What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. I'm your host, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, JD, from Line Movers. JD, how are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Trying to get the show tweeted out here, and my phone is just blowing up with Hulk news here, and yeah, man, it's kind of nuts. Yeah, actually, Joe just actually put it in the chat there.
Yep. Rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. That happened right before the show started. If you live in a box, maybe you have not heard. It's been broken about 15 minutes ago, but Hulk Hogan has passed away at the age of 71. Some sad news for the sports world today, and really just for the world in general. I think everybody recognized Hulk. He was an icon. You saw that guy anywhere. Put a smile on your face just to see his character. You know what I mean? So as a child, I was a big WWE guy, probably age like 5 to 10, as most young guys are. So Hulk was the man back in the day. Rest in peace, Hulk. Shout out to his family. Hope they're able to get past this difficult time. JD, were you a Hulk guy? Were you a WWE guy? Well, WWF, I guess, back in the day.
I'd say I was, what was it? Gosh, even further than that. WCW? Yeah, back with Nash and Hulk, and actually like that whole. I mean, that was a long time ago, man. that was
really was.
What was shit? I cannot think of his name. Never mind. Yeah.
Who's your favorite wrestler of all time? No, if we have to bring it up. I mean, you can't say Hulk Hogan just because he passed today. I mean, come on. We're a little bit, just to peel back the curtain, you and I are a little bit too young for the prime Hulk Hogan years, so I don't think he probably was your guy growing up. He wasn't for me. Who was your guy?
It would have to be Stone Cold.
Yeah, you'd be him and The Rock. That battle growing up was freaking awesome. It really was. I wonder what they do now with the W. I haven't seen it in probably 15 years, so no clue. But I agree, Jimmy. Great comment. 90s had it the best. Patty's picks. Hulk Hogan died. Yes, that's what we're starting the show with. We want to talk about it quickly. He passed away about 15 minutes ago at the age of 71. It's been coming out on all the different news platforms. Ric Flair, what a dog, too. What a dog. As a young guy, he was the guy who was getting all the girls back in the day. Ric Flair was a dog if you grew up in the 90s watching a little WWE. All right, so we did want to start the show briefly, talk about Hulk Hogan. That is the huge sports news of the day, unfortunately. But JD, we're going to dive into our Wednesday recap because we've been missing doing the recaps because I have forgot to do them the last couple days. So we're back on the recap train. I'll start first. My free plays were shit yesterday. We had 2 of them. We lost both of them. We're still on a hot free play run, but our free plays did not go exactly as planned. The rest of the day was pretty well. We had a lot of good reads, but the free plays were the ones that dropped the ball for me yesterday. How did you do, JD?
As far as the free plays, those went well. Matter of fact, all of my baseball sides won, and all my totals did not do well.
Yep.
So it was kind of one of those days. Finished just a little bit down. That's the first losing day I've had in a while, but still up really big on the week and big up on the month. On the month, as far as units wise, I think I'm still at like 42.
Something crazy.
We're like still rolling along nicely.
Love that.
And what's even crazier is as far as the Discord goes, one of our cappers is actually up more than actually that. So I'm not even like the highest one. So.
Whoa, where's this guy? Hold on. I don't know if anyone's following the golf today. If anyone's following the golf, Sam Stevens, who's somebody I'm not too familiar with, is -9 through 14 holes. He's absolutely running with the tournament right now. But JD, there's also another guy right now, Chad Ramey from the United States. He's -7 through 9. So this course is going super low. If you guys are into any golf, make sure you get in the MoneyBall Metrics Discord. We have so many different golf cappers that are giving out some amazing bets. I know a lot of guys have some big plum money plays. So make sure you guys check that out. It's a big golf tournament this week. None of the big guns are in there. There's no Scotty. There's no Rory. It's a lot of the smaller name guys, so there's more value and better odds to win on some of those guys. So if you like betting golf, make sure you take advantage of getting in the MoneyBall Metrics Discord. It's a great weekend to join the MoneyBall Metrics Discord. JD. We have a beautiful 5-game slate today. That's probably why we haven't seen J-Bo in the comments yet and some of our other boys in there because, we're covering every game today. We start the show, we always say, put in whatever games you guys want us to cover. Well, there's 5 of them. So I think we're going to cover all of them today so you guys don't have to waste your time putting them in there because, yet again, there's only 5. JD, you ready to dive into a little MLB action?
Let's do it, man.
Let's get it, brother. First game we're breaking down today is going to be the Orioles taking on the Gardos. That game starts in exactly an hour and 5 minutes. The game is in Cleveland, and pitching for the Baltimore Orioles is old man Charlie. Charlie Morton's 5-8 on the year with a 5.58 ERA. On the other side, for the Gardos, we have Logan Allen. Logan Allen is 6-8 with a 4.06 ERA. JD, we talk about it on this show all the time. The Orioles really struggle on the road. On the road this year, they're 22-32. They're one of the worst road teams so far. And the Orioles are coming in off a 3-game losing streak. They lost yet again yesterday to Cleveland. This is going to be the fourth and final game of the series where Cleveland is going for the sweep. JD, we're going to start with you. Is Cleveland going to be able to get the sweep over the Orioles, which yet again, I brought this up yesterday, very frustrating that they're doing this right before the trade deadline because there's a few pieces on that team that I wish my Yankees would acquire. But I digress. What do you like in this one?
Yeah. Man, this game here, you had the O's. They are just not playing good ball. As far as yesterday,
just not a good team. They're just not a good team.
And as far as yesterday, we were not on the O's. We actually bet against the O's. But to be honest, if that was a spot where if the O's were going to win, it was going to kind of be that spot. And they still could not get that done.
Yep.
So as far as here today, as far as the Guardians, we have been riding them. So, just what we say, based off of nothing else. Yes, I am actually on them. Bet them last night at minus 116. It's gone up a little bit, but they're still fine. And let's just get into the pitchers here because as far as the Orioles, they got Charlie Morton. And as far as start the year, we know he was absolutely horrible.
Yep.
It was very bad. But he did start pitching better, though. Last time out versus the Rays, they touched him up. He gave up 8 hits and 7 earned runs. He walked 3. Could this be a bounce back start for him? I mean, it could be. But the Guardians' bats are, like I said, it's been strange to say it, but they're actually hot.
Yep.
Charlie Morton is somebody that I'm still trying to fade. Then for the Indians, the Guardians.
Whoa! Canceled.
We got Logan Allen going, and I'll be honest, he's someone that I do not love.
He sucks too. Let's just be honest, JD. Both these pitchers are fade pitchers, so it's a difficult game to see which one do you like fading more than the other. Realistically,
they really are. The main thing here is far as the lineups go. That was funny. As far as the Guardians goes, they're actually lined up. I definitely like them a lot more. I also like their bullpen a lot more.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've actually been riding them. So it's the summer. So I just have to keep riding them, man. Keep on riding the hot and fading the cold. So.
Yep, I'm with you 1,000%. You got to play the Gardos / the Indians / whatever the fuck you want to call them. You have to play them in the spot against the Orioles. The Orioles are just a bad team this year, guys. We've said it on this show from before the season started. When we did our season predictions, our projections of what team we thought would be bad, what teams we thought would be good, what teams we would think would regress, what teams we thought would improve, the Orioles were at the top of the list for both JD and I, near the top at least for both of us, that they would regress this year. They lost Anthony Santander. They lost Corbin Burns, and they did not replace any of their big-name players they lost with anyone who could actually help this team. Their replacement for Corbin Burns was Charlie Morton, who has a 6 ERA. That's not going to cut it for your ace. They didn't really replace Santander. They needed a few more pieces anyway after last season because they didn't live up to expectations, and this team has just gotten worse. Their general manager deserves to get fired. I know their coach was fired earlier. They need to do a lot of things with this team to get this team back to winning ways. And right now, I just don't see this Orioles team making a ton of noise. JD said it perfectly. In the summer months, when one team is rolling and one team is doing poorly, you play the team that's rolling and you fade the team that's doing poorly. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. Give me the Guardians at the line of minus 118. I think this will be a no-sweat winner to start the day for the boys. Benjamin has just joined the show saying, yo, what's up, bro? We appreciate you tuning in as always. JD, you ready to talk about our second game of the day, which I'm so ready to talk about this team not playing the Yankees.
Yes.
Let's get it, brother. Next up is my favorite team in baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays, taking on the Detroit Tigers. We have two teams that are going in completely different directions. JD, if I told you a month ago that today, Thursday, July 24th, the Toronto Blue Jays would have a better record than the Detroit Tigers, would you believe me?
Not the Blue Jays, no.
Nope. Especially how the Yankees were, 7 games up a little over a month or two ago, and the Tigers were looking like they were going to be the surprise team of the year. Well, JD, I have to give you credit. Nobody has said the Tigers would have a second half to start like you. You were the one who called it. You said they were going to struggle immensely because they were not as good as their first half kind of made them out to be. They struggled at the end of the All-Star break. They've come out of the All-Star break even worse, and they're going up against a Blue Jays team that, let's be honest, they've been a top 3 team in baseball over the last month or two. JD, pitching in this one's Eric Lauer. He's been fantastic. He's the lefty. He's 5-2, 2.8 ERA, 0.97 WHIP. On the other side, Reese Olson. He's 4-3, 2.71 ERA, and a 1.19 WHIP. Both these pitchers have had very strong starts to their year, but neither of them has really given us a ton of workload, a ton of sample size. So both pitchers have pitched in the low 60s in innings pitched. We'll see how they do in the second half. But saying all that, JD, we got Blue Jays. We got the Tigers. The Tigers are back at home and a small favorite. What do you got?
Man, yeah, we come on here and we're on the show 5 days per a week. And we say a lot of things. And some of those things make us look good. Some of those things make us look, But yes, I will say that actually my like Tigers take is definitely one of the best I have recently had.
It's aging well. I'll put it. It is aging well.
I mean, what are they? Their last 10 games, they're 1-9 now.
Yep. And what do we call that on this show, JD?
Dog shit.
Exactamundo. Dog shit.
And then like you said, as far as the Jays are going, I mean, they're just playing so well. But in this game specifically, it is an interesting spot because the Blue Jays just played the actual Yanks, and that series was huge. So if there was a letdown spot, this would be it. And I think that's why the Tigers are favored the way that they are. With saying that, Eric Lauer is on the mound. He has looked great. He has a 2.8 ERA and a 0.97 WHIP. The cool thing about that is actually when you actually look at his advanced stats, those numbers actually match up. He has actually pitched that well. So that is really cool to see, especially after him being off and all the stuff that happened with him in the past.
Yep, absolutely.
Then on the other side for the Tigers, you got Reese Olson. He's honestly somebody that I want to back. He actually really is. The main difference here, the Tigers are not hitting for shit. They're just not hitting. Then the Blue Jays, they are. The offense right now is absolutely rolling. The Blue Jays bullpen is also pitching really, really well here. I think we're getting this price on the Jays, like I said, because of J-Bo.
Under Thunder, baby. Love that. We get it now. I told you we'd remember J-Bo. We're here with you. We're here with you.
Every time I see that, I'm going to probably laugh.
Me too.
But anyway, I think it's because the books are thinking that this is a letdown spot. That is the only thing that I can think of to make the Tigers the size of the favorite that actually they are.
Well, JD, we've seen this for weeks now. The Blue Jays keeping pretty good money, plus money all the time. The books have not given this Blue Jays team any respect. I mean, to the point where I've given them out so many times in the show that some of you guys in the comments have commented, Alpha, do you just bet the Blue Jays every day? Is that all you do? They've been the most profitable team in baseball this year. It's just what it is. Guys, you know I'm a Yankees fan. Do you think I like the fucking Blue Jays? Do you think I sit there and want to root for the team ahead of my favorite team? I don't, but they're really good. They're a really good baseball team. They have a very good coach, and they're built very well. It's just what the Blue Jays have been. So, JD, what are you officially going to play in this one?
I'm on the Blue Jays here, man. I bet them last night at plus 115. You can still grab them at plus 110. I think that's completely fine. I actually have them as the small favorite here. This reminds me of the Brewers game last night,
Yeah,
or
I can see it.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
this actually really reminds me the way it's priced, the way everything is set up. It really does. It really reminds me a lot of that game. So yeah, give me the underdog here.
Yeah, me too, bro. Shocking, I know, but I am going to be back riding the Blue Jays today with Eric Lauer. Lauer's been a guy I've loved to back this season. He's been great for us. There's no other way to put it. You're looking at his record, 5-2, 2.8 ERA, sub-1 WHIP. The guy's been absolutely electric. J-Bo, I don't love the under here. Going to be completely honest with you. I know we got the under Thunder in there, but I'm not a big fan of the under in this spot. The Blue Jays bats have just been really hot, and the Tigers pitching has been terrible. The Tigers over a 3-game span to the Pittsburgh Pirates that we just watched, which they, by the way, got swept. Yet again, the Tigers were just swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates. They gave up 3, 8, and 6. A little quick math. They gave up 17 runs over 3 games against the Pirates, who, yet again, guys, the Pirates are going to be sellers any day now. They're going to be trading Mitch Keller. They're going to be trading Brian Hayes. There's a lot of players on that team that are going to be gone. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, he's going to be traded as well. So the Pirates' mentality is not great right now either, and they were still able to put up 17 runs over a 3-game span against this Tigers team. The Tigers were a really good story in the first half. They really were, but they're a very young and unexperienced team. That is the downfall with this Tigers team. They're very young. They haven't had to handle a lot of adversity, and they're going through it right now, and they're not handling it well. Until they can show me they can start winning some games consistently again, when they're going to be a big favorite like this, and I know they're not a massive favorite, but as a minus 130, that's a pretty decent favorite here. I'm going to be fading them if they're going to go up against a team like the Blue Jays that, to me, have been the best team in baseball over the last 2 months, which all the underlying analytics show that as well. The Blue Jays are hitting right now. They're pitching right now. What did they score? 8 runs against the Yankees last night? The series against the Yankees, where the Yankees saved all of their big arms. The Yankees purposely did not use Carlos Rodon, Max Fried, a lot of their big name pitchers in the previous series because they were saving them for the Blue Jays. And the Blue Jays still scored over 15 runs in the series. So to me, the Blue Jays bats are going to stay hot. I'm going to be back in the Blue Jays. Give me them on the money line, plus 110. Probably my favorite play on the entire slate today. I know, shocking to everyone. Alpha likes the Blue Jays a lot today. All right, JD, let's keep it moving.
You know what? Before we move on, 2 quick things. The Blue Jays, like I was just saying, this could be like a letdown spot. But the more I think about it, this like Blue Jays team, they are also a kind of a younger team, and they just have I don't know how to say it besides just the vibe around that team currently. They're not going to take days off.
I agree.
That's just not what they're going to do. So yeah, that me just thinking about that. Yeah, I definitely like Blue Jays more. Second thing is, let's go Brandon Nakashima.
Okay, I'm assuming that's a tennis player.
It is yes, it is a friend. And also
Stetsy boy saying he
actually must have just won also. So yes, we have tons of tennis going on. We have a ton of tennis the rest of the day. So join us.
JD, how can they get the tennis bangers that Stetsy boy apparently has that you apparently been giving out? Where can they get these tennis winners?
You can go to the MoneyBall Metrics Discord. You can go to the MoneyBall Metrics X page, which some of you are on now. You can go to the MoneyBall Metrics YouTube channel. If you're watching us on YouTube, the link is right below us here. Click on it, join us, and let's win some bets.
Why did it just pop up the woo Ric Flair at the bottom for Stets? He didn't post that since this morning. All right, we'll figure out why it's doing that. Parlay Prince is asking about Ben Shelton. Who, by the way, you want to know how much I know tennis right now, JD? He's dating Trinity Rodman. You see that? I know fucking tennis. I know fucking tennis. I know things. I watched Wimbledon. I saw her there. Is he playing today? Is Parlay Prince asking for a bet?
He is. That is actually an afternoon match. I'm on the over there, over 23.5 games.
Free tennis banger just dropped by JD on the baseball show. Look at that, guys, getting free bangers from JD. That's why you guys tune into here. We give you guys whatever the hell you guys want. But JD, let's move back over to the Padres and the Cardinals. Pitching for the Padres tonight is going to be Yu Darvish back in the bump. Good to see him back in the majors. Healthy, finally, which is what we wanted to see. He's going up against Sonny Gray, Sonny Gray's had a weird year for him. He's got a great record. He's 9-4, but his ERA is a 4.05, and that's not very like Sonny Gray. Normally he has a lower ERA, so he's pitching to a higher ERA, but he's still getting some good results. Yu Darvish had a brutal start to his year. He's only pitched 13 innings this year, but he's 0-2 with a 6.08 ERA. Is he going to be able to get it together today? Is he going to be able to kind of find his form and get it rolling? We shall see. This is going to be his third start of the year. His first start was back on July 7th. So July is his first month he's really been getting going. We are seeing him go a little bit further into games. Each game he's pitched a little bit more. Last game he went a full 5 innings. So it looks like he'll be back to his full pitch workload tonight. JD, what do you think about the Padres and the Cardinals?
Man, on this slate, there are 2 games that I think are kind of just complete shit. And this is one of those games. And here's why. Both teams are just not playing well currently. Padres are not playing well. Their bats are they've been in some, over the past week, they've been in some really good spots to hit, and they're just not.
Agreed.
Then the Cardinals, they're just playing poor baseball, just actually all around. They just lost a series to the Rockies. So you do have that. Under Thunder, that'd probably be the only way I could go here. But the thing is, what keeps me off of that is, as far as actually Darvish goes, guys, Darvish, I used to be a huge Darvish fan. I used to back him so much. He's once again, he's just getting up there and actually age now.
I was going to say that, JD. It's so weird. Like, does it feel like Yu Darvish is 38 years old? Like, I know he's been around forever, but it doesn't feel like he's
doesn't
as
seem
old
like he's
as
that
he
old.
is.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's that old.
Probably because he looks like he's 25 years old.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying, though. He is getting up there in age, and his stuff, he just doesn't have the same stuff now. He is somebody that I am going to look to like fade in certain spots. Just this Cardinals team is, like I said, they're just not playing well. So I just cannot, especially this like price, minus 155.
It's crazy.
No, I can't. I just can't do it. But then on the other side, like you were just talking about Sonny Gray, like what are we going to get from him?
Yep.
This dude can go out there and give you pitch you like 7 innings and actually give up one like run, or he can go out there and pitch 3 innings and give up 8 runs.
Like his last 2 starts, he hasn't gotten out of he has pitched 3 innings and 3 1/3 in both of his last 2 starts, Sonny Gray. So which version are we going to get? I think you put that perfectly, Jay.
Yeah. So to me, there's just a lot of unknowns surrounding Sonny Gray, and trying to lay minus 155 behind a whole bunch of unknown and a team not playing well. I just can't do it. The Padres would actually be the only way that I could play it here. Like I said, Darvish, I just don't trust him currently. But yeah, I would definitely have to take the plus money here.
Yeah, I have this under Thunder on the screen for the reason, the signature J-Bo line. I'm all over the under here, guys. I do think we'll see a bigger performance out of Yu Darvish that we've seen so far this season. The one thing that makes me a little more confident in this is I think the trade deadline buzz is affecting the Cardinals. They're a team that's probably going to sell as well. They've overperformed how their roster really is built. We all saw in spring training ball preseason that this team was dangling Nolan Arenado to a million different teams. There was a deal that was agreed upon to send Nolan Arenado to the Astros, which because he has a no trade clause, he vetoed that. So I think they're going to go back to the trade deadline talks. I know they're above 500. They're 52 and 51, but this is not a team that can actually compete when it comes down to it. When you get to the playoffs, this Cardinals team is not built to win in the playoffs. Unfortunately, right now they're young. They need to really retool. They need to really trade Nolan Arenado and get a couple pieces. And I think that's starting to weigh on them, JD. I really do. I think the offense is lackluster because of that. We've seen them come out of the All-Star break completely flat, and I think that will continue here. I love the under. J-Bo, I'm playing it at 8 at minus 102. I expect a much bigger performance from Yu Darvish, and I expect Sonny Gray to go back to his Sonny Gray days. But I think the bats of the Cardinals will stay frozen. And if that's the case, we should have no problem cashing this under. Another reason I like this under as well is that the Padres offense has been terrible. Their pitching has been good, but their offense can't get anything rolling. Let's go through their most recent games against Miami. So they just completed a 3-game series against Miami, which they went 1-2. Yesterday's game ended 3-2, so 5 total runs. The game before that ended 4-3, 7 total runs. The game before that ended 2-1, 3 total runs. So all 3 games in that series went under today's total. Then the game before that, they won 8-1, and the game before that, they lost 4-2. So 4 out of the last 5 went comfortably under this number. Like we said, I think we just had a comment from Stetsy Boy in here that the Rockies haven't had a shutout since May 15th, 2024 until yesterday. That means the Cardinals were the team that got shut out. They lost 6-0. So we say on this show all the time, you ride the hot hand, you fade the cold hand. and we are going to be taking the under here because I think both offenses are really going to struggle. Let's cash out on this under. It is going to be an official VIP play from me. JD, we got 2 games left to go over today. Let's dive into the next one we have on the slate. We have the Athletics taking on the Astros. Pitching for the Athletics is JD's guy, Luis Severino. He's 3-11 on the year with a 5.1 ERA. On the other side for the Astros, we have Jason Alexander, who's 1-0 with an 8.4 ERA. Interesting here. One thing to note. So Jason Alexander, in his ESPN profile picture, the picture that they have him listed in, he's in an Athletics hat. So what does that tell you? He got traded this season from the Athletics to the Astros and is versing his former team in this spot. JD, all that being said, your guy Sevy has gotten shelled at home, but he's on the road in this spot where he claims he's been doing way better. The numbers don't exactly align to that, but that's what he's been saying in his interviews. What do you like in this spot?
Yeah, man, this is another tough one. As far as Severino goes, he has been better on the road. He has had a couple starts where he has blown up, and those have kind of made his road numbers worse than they actually are.
And what team blew him up? That was the New York Yankees.
The Yankees, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. As a matter of fact, yeah, because that was a game I thought there was so much value actually on the A's. Because he had been pitching so well on
and then he gave up I think it was like 10 in 3 or 4 innings. He got shit. Like they left him in for a while. I think they did that because he was talking a lot of crap, Severino, about the stadium they're playing in, about the team. And then he got shelled on the road and they kind of just left him in there to get cooked a little bit. I found that a little interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, he is on the road here, but the A's are losing games. Matter of fact, they're even finding ways to lose games.
JD, does that shock you? They've been doing that for 25 years now.
No, that does not shock me whatsoever. On the other side, you got the Astros. Astros are playing some good baseball. The Astros are winning games. They're throwing out the man, Jason Alexander, though. And I'm not sure if he's going to be an opener. I'm not sure if he's going to actually try to make it a start. I'm not sure what they're doing here. As far as his numbers on the season, as far as his ERA has an 8.4 ERA and a 1.8 WHIP.
They're interesting, his numbers, to say the least.
And the thing is, you're like, okay, those can be just from a few bad starts. But when you look at his career numbers, he has a 5.92 ERA and a 1.65 WHIP.
JD, so, can I quickly tell you here as well? In his last 3 starts, these are the final scores of Jason Alexander's last 3 previous starts. So, last start 18-1, 13-3, and then 19-2. We're seeing on average over 20 runs a game when this guy is starting.
Yeah, this is rough. By the way, let's go, Brandon. He actually just got the break to start the second set.
Let's go. I'm all over it. Brendan Nakashima is his name, right?
Yep.
See that, JD? See that?
Yep. Man, so, I mean, obviously the Astros, they are the hotter team. This is going to kind of go against everything we've been saying as far as ride the hot, fade the cold. I am not on a play here. I'm just going to say that. I am not.
I have news, though. I might be.
You might be. But if I had to make a play, I would be on the A's side. That's the only way that I could back this. Maybe an over. 9, the number I don't necessarily love, but I would definitely lean. I would definitely lean over, though.
I have good news there, JD. The line has moved.
It has moved.
8.5.
8.5. Okay.
So you probably could tell where I'm going to go on this one.
I was about to say, are you going to play the over?
So what's the opposite of an under thunder? J-Bo, that's your new little job we have for you. Find us a line that's the opposite of an under thunder, because that's what I'm playing in this fucking game. I'm taking an over donkey, whatever the fuck it is. We're taking the over at -125. It's a little juiced on the over, boys, but I do think we're going to see a ton of runs in this spot. I just went over it. Jason Alexander starts lead to a lot of runs. 19 runs in his last start, 16 runs in his start before that, and 21 runs in his start before that. He gets shelled or they hit for him. It's very interesting. When he pitches, There's a lot of runs in the games. And yet again, he was on the Athletics for most of the year. They have seen him. They know his work. So I think we will see a ton of runs on both sides here. I think this one's going to cash by the 5th inning. Truthfully, I think they're going to get shelled early. Don't hold me to that. If it doesn't cash by the 5th inning and we get it later in the game, it's still a win. So don't yell at me. But I do think this one will cash early, and I think we'll have a very good time watching this game, and we'll see a lot of balls leave the park. This might be a game you want to target some SGPs. This might be a game where you may want to target some homer props, and I think you'll see a lot of them here. This one's interesting to me as well, JD, because the line opened at 7.5. Really odd. Then it got steamed to 9.5. Then down to 9, now back to 8.5. I think you have to get the good number here, and I think 8.5 is right at the sweet spot. So if you agree with me, I would take it now before the line does move. But yes, official play for me that will be in VIP over 8.5 minus 125 in the Athletics and the Astros game tonight.
All right. What that is kind of telling me is that Jason Alexander is not going to be in the game long.
No, of course not. I mean, you take a look at his games, it's very rare he gets out of 2 to 3 innings. He's usually used as somewhat of it. He's like a long reliever opener. He's not going to give you 1 inning. He'll probably give you more than 2, but he's not going to give you more than 4 or 5 innings. That's just not what he does. So you could get 3 to 4-ish innings out of him. That's ideal for them, but I don't think you're going to see a ton more than that. All right, JD, we got 1 game remaining. There's still 1,150 of you rocking with us. We appreciate every single one of you guys. And J-Bo, I'm sorry. I usually put out there, drop in the games that you guys want us to cover. So I apologize. Kind of covering all of them today. So we took out one of your roles in the show today. But back over to this game, JD. We got the Mariners. We got the Angels. Pitching for the M's tonight is Logan Evans. Logan Evans is 3-3 with a 3.81 ERA. On the other side, we have you say, he say, she say, Kikuch. Kikuch is 4-6 with a 3.13 ERA. JD, I know you like something in this game. What do you got?
And yeah, this game, I bet this game last night, and I was not afraid, but it was just one of those bets where it felt kind of gross.
Scary. It's not like the best way that I put it is scary. You're not afraid of it, but it's like you're a little hesitant to walk through that door because you don't know what's on the other side sometimes. It feels right. It feels like you're doing the right path, but it's a little scary when you put your foot through that door. You know what I mean?
It is, because I made a big bet here. And that is on the Angels side. I will tell people, clients and myself bet this last night at minus 120. It's up at minus 150 or higher now. I would still bet it, but not nearly as big. The value has been sucked out of it at this point. But look, guys, as far as the Angels, they've only won, 1 game in their last 5. That's why I say it's kind of one of those, okay. But as far as the starter here, they have a big edge here. Bullpens, normally I would say they don't have an edge, and actually, they still don't have an actual edge. But if you look at the Mariners, guys, at the end of or actually coming back from the All-Star break, they have a section of games here where they do not have a day off.
Yeah.
It is crazy and actually kind of messed up. I forgot how many games it is, but it's a lot of games. So as far as their bullpen, it's going to be interesting, and it's one of those teams. Whenever the Mariners are playing for still the next few days on here, the bullpen status you really need to keep a watch on.
I would agree.
And versus the Brewers, they had to use up some arms. Specifically yesterday. But this just seems like, for the Mariners, it seems kind of like a sleepy spot. It seems like kind of like, I just want to get in and get out of this game, and then we'll focus on the game after. So that feels like me. But as far as Logan Evans on the mound, he has a 3.81 ERA and a 1.42 whip. And we talked about this earlier with another game about how those numbers, those can look, good and actually be good, or they can look good like they do here, and they can be really bad. And that's the case here. Those numbers he is a lot worse than what those surface stats show. A lot worse. Yep. And I think this Angels, as far as their lineup, I think that they can get to him. To me, this is just Angels. It's just Angels in every way here.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not the most fun bet, but and honestly, now if you don't want to lay the juice, what I would do would actually play a Angels -1 line.
It's actually down to -145.
Okay.
So, like, I know a lot of people think similar to me, JD, where like -150 is your limit on straight bets. I don't know if you do that as well, but that's my hard limit. If anything's over -150, I don't play it. So if it's at a -145, I do think it's officially in playable range.
Yeah, for me, I don't necessarily have that certain rule. If there's value on a -2 like 20, like I'm gonna lay. I mean, as far as in baseball, no, but in certain other things.
I'm just talking baseball. Baseball
Okay.
-150 is my number in baseball. And if
Right.
anything's over and I like them, as you know, I do a 2-leg parlay with 2 teams I prefer.
Well, that's where I'm gonna do what I was just talking about, and I'm gonna play like a -1 line.
Yeah.
You know, like something like that. But anyway, I have this line still off though. I have this line. Hang on, let me pull it up real quick. I have the Angels favored in this spot at a -173. So I'm still showing a ton of actually value here. So yeah, if you just want to play the money line straight, I think that's yes, Joe. That was it. It was 17 days.
Yep.
That's just crazy. Like that's.
I'm going to be honest. I'm never going to say that on the show. I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't saying that word. Over Clover. Come on.
Oh, gosh. But, yeah, man, this is my favorite play of the day, though.
I'll keep it short and sweet. I agree with you. I like the Angels -145. I have not figured out if I'm going to play it yet. It is the one game I'm still debating if I'm going to add this to my card. It's the only way I think you can play it would be the Angels on the money line. As of now, no play, but I have not sent my official card out, so it may make my card by the time we get there. All right, JD, we still have about 1,300 people rocking with us. As always, we appreciate every single one of you. You ready to dive into a little best bets action, give the people some winners?
Yes, sir.
Oh, by the way, somebody came on best bets yesterday and gave the Royals, I believe, it a +150. And I don't know, but maybe rewind the tape if you don't remember, because then you will remember today's best bets. Let's dive in, JD. Best bets for today, Thursday, July 24th. How many do you have for the people today? Do you have 9 best bets in the 5 baseball games? What do you got?
I mean, it's a small slate, guys. We've talked about everything. I've already told you what all my plays are, so I'm just going to give you all of the plays. Let me just go through and see what lines I got here. We got the Guardians up first. I got them at -116, and you can still get a -116 at FanDuel currently. Played that. Played the Blue Jays +115. You can still get a +110. That's still playable. And I played the Angels, as we all just talked about, and that is my favorite play of the day.
I'm going to give Blue Jays money line +110. And then I'm going to play the over in the Athletics Astros. Over 8.5 is what I'm playing now. And I'm not too proud to admit that I did just Google words that rhyme with over, and Merriam-Webster Dictionary came up. And I got the whole list here. So, J-Bo, you got some work to do, brother, because I see some good options there. I'm not going to steal them from you, but I like the over. And that's what I will be playing for my 2 best bets. JD, any tennis bangers to give the people? You kind of did with Shelton over already.
I was just about to say, let's actually ride with that one. That match goes off this afternoon. That's the Shelton match over 23.5 games.
Let's get it. All right, JD. Well, I think that's going to do it for today's show. It's been a fun one. We only had 5 games. We covered all of them. You guys were fantastic. Viewership was awesome. Yep. Comments were awesome. The golf is going somewhat awesome. So everything is good. JD, anything to say to the people before we get the fuck out of here today?
Yeah, man. Just like you said, everything is going good. Everything with myself, my plays, really the whole entire team is just running well currently. We've had some talks with the team, and we've kind of changed a few things up the way we go about things. And ever since we've done that, we're just all going well. So if you've actually never tried us out, right now's a good time. You can actually DM me and I will give you an actual like promo code. So yeah, but besides that, yeah, let's have another good day. Like I said, we have a lot of tennis going this afternoon and then tonight. So let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. We'll be back tomorrow. I had to look what day it is. Is today Thursday or Friday? I never know what fucking day it is. We will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Let's fucking win. Peace out, everybody.